I love being married. I think it's a beautiful thing, being with someone that you deeply love and care for and want to build a longevity with, just build everything with. So I'm looking forward to that again.
See, if I was a side chick, I would be mad because this whole time he's sitting up here talking about he would love to get married again, but there you are with open legs and he still don't want to marry you. Like now he's divorced from his wife and he's not trying to marry you. He's out publicly dating Sheree. Sis, now I don't know. I feel like this is a roll call, a PSA to all side chicks. I don't know. I was thinking about this morning. How we need to stick together. Like I feel like side chicks should not exist. Yes, married men do pursue other women, but I feel like sisterhood, girl power, we should be dodging that. We should not be entertaining it. So if I was homegirl that had the side baby, I would probably cry myself to sleep every night because how you was with him all this time. He's sitting up here saying how he wants to get married again. But guess what? He don't want to get married to you. Mm. And don't think that it's coming because if it was gonna come, it would have came by now. He wouldn't even be trying to be on TV with Sheree. I don't care. It's definitely not for. It could be for a storyline, but how come he couldn't make you his storyline? Yeah, girl. Go back to sender. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You know what I mean? Don't go online with him again. Go ahead and move on because he will have you wasting your best years. Because he's playing with you. If you still dipping it low and spreading it wide with Martell, you is wasting your time, sis. It ain't gonna pay off. It ain't gonna be a ring at the end of the fairy tale. What's a pot of gold? Not for you and him. You just better breathe, stretch, shake, and let it go at this point. This man loved being married. That lets me know that Melody was a good wife. Now, of course, I can't speak to everything that went on in their marriage. Maybe at times she was tired, couldn't do whatever. But at the end of the day, the way that he's talking about getting married again lets me know that they had a good situation going on. Because I don't know about y'all, but don't you feel like when you talk to people that were divorced, a lot of people feel like I don't want to do it again. I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, dang. And maybe they're just saying that just to say it, but actually, a lot of women will say they do it. Well, it's 50-50. But I hear like a lot of men say they wouldn't do it again. So the fact that this man said he would get married again lets me know that Melody was a good woman. I don't care what he says. I don't care how he trying to make her out to be as this kind of mom or that. That's what this whole interview led me to believe and to know. I know everything that I need to know at this point. I definitely got the vibe throughout this interview. And shout out to my subby. I don't know if she wants to actually shout her name out, but if you guys have stories that you guys want me to kind of like talk about, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. It's like my name, and also let me know if I can shout you out. I definitely want to ask your permission before I actually do that. But yeah, hit me up on Instagram. But watching this interview, it also let me know that Martell literally just wanted to have his cake and eat it too. I don't know what the dealio is with that, and men, if you're listening, can kind of let me know. Of course, it's greed, it's selfishness, but and you know what? Again, I said this before. I know that marriage is basically the representative of like an earthly representation of God's sacrifice for us. So being able to die to yourself, your feelings, and things like that for the sake of another person. And I'm not gonna say you're not gonna get tempted just because you get married. So I can understand how the temptation and the lure of other women can get you, but it doesn't mean that you have to necessarily go for it as well. And I don't want to say that as a judge or whatever, because I know we all fall short. But just looking at Martell's situation definitely helped me to see that there really is an attack on marriage, because the enemy don't want to see like two people coming together to raise children, moving as one or as a unit, even if you don't have kids. It is like something that I could see why the enemy will attack and throw things your way. So you guys don't continue on, because being married is very selfless. I could imagine, like, again, it's two forming to one. So I got that vibe. Like in my mind, I kind of felt that he did love Melody. He did enjoy being married, but he just wanted to enjoy being married and have a little side too. But that's not how it works. And I also kind of think that toxic masculinity is put on a pedestal. Like it's almost cool to have more than one woman. It's cool to have this woman and that woman fighting over you. It's cool to impregnate multiple women but not be there from. It's almost like the toxicity of our culture is what gets praised and pushed. Even the fact that Martell was on a podcast titled "The Quintessential Gentleman." I had to look up what that word meant because I'm like, I'm not quite sure that Martell represents that, but who am I to judge? So, quintessential means representing the most perfect or typical example of equality or class. Used in a sentence, he was a quintessential tough guy, strong, silent, and self contained. I'm not trying to judge y'all, but I'm not 100% sure that would kind of describe Martell in this instant, being as though, like, he couldn't keep, what, in the household, as Melody said. But those were just like the red flags to me. But also, I don't know if it's just me, y'all, but I was able to see a softer, more humble side to Martell, but I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Like, y'all be schooling me in the comments and letting me know, like, oh no, that's narcissism, that's this, that's that, so Synquette stands to be corrected if so. But I just wanted to look at the video with no judgment. Because y'all know I'm a journalist for real. I have my degree in communication. So I know for me, the way that I kind of report news or I try to look at things is kind of to be fair and balanced. And let the people be the judge. So, but since I'm on here vlogging or whatever, I did to me felt like, okay, I feel like he's changing. He also talked about how he goes to therapy now, which is cool, little things like that. But for me, that whole I love being married and how his eye just glowed and just the way he talked about it and how he's actually trying to prepare to be married again. Like he's taking on therapy to learn how to be a better husband. And I think that's cool. I ain't gonna say it's a little too late. Of course, it's a little too late for Melody, I'm sure. But I wish him the best as well. I realize like I don't only want to pray good things for people that I would want to come back to myself. Of course he didn't hurt me, so I don't feel like very strongly about it. Like I said, I'm just a watcher and I'm an observer. But I don't know. I kind of got a good vibe from him. But like I said, y'all could go in there and be the judge. But let me know what y'all think about how Martell said he really, really would want to be married again. He's looking forward to that. And don't that just kind of let you know Melody was a good woman. I don't care. That's what I took away from that. The fact that he would want to do it again. Like what they say, you never miss a good thing till leaves you. I got that from the Usher song. So sometimes you really don't know your blessing. And that's the one thing I feel like he probably realized. And how that, I don't want to say this, but sometimes it's hard to come across something like that again. You know what I mean? I think sometimes women, I'm teen girl. So I feel like sometimes being a good woman, men can sometimes feel like they can find that anywhere, but they can't. Good women are hard to come by. Ain't there what's the comment? The comment that only happens once in a while, like once in a lifetime. Some women are like that, once in a lifetime kind of women. And I feel like that's what he had in Melody or whatever. And they were a beautiful power couple. I could definitely see them being on the Housewives of Atlanta. He talked about that. I'm glad they didn't, and they wind up carving out their own lane. But I don't want to pray that he don't find somebody nice again. You know what I mean? But I do. I just. I would even say that in friendships, good people are hard to come by. So if you had somebody that's good to you, good in your life, good for you, helps you to grow, sees the best in you, nurture that. Continue to water that friendship or that relationship. Actually, that's what I want y'all to take away from this video. I want y'all to appreciate the good people that y'all have in your life and look around and tell them thank you, or do something nice for them, because like I said, good people aren't easy to come by. So let me know what y'all think about this revelation from Martell. And if you watch the video and what y'all think. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Synquette, man, that girl was heaven sent. Synquette, man, that girl was heaven sent.